Hi everyone. Let's discuss the acceptance process for final deliverables. When it comes to final acceptance, at project or phase closure, we must verify that all documentation and deliverables are in their final version and up to date, with all issues resolved. Next, we ensure all deliverables are handed over to the client and formally accepted. Typically, each industry has its own acceptance criteria. In some industries, a 95% completion rate is enough to pass acceptance. For others, it might be 98%. To get approval, it varies by industry. You'll need to check what's standard in your field. Typically, all deliverables need to meet their individual acceptance criteria before moving to final acceptance. Only then can we proceed. Once accepted, everything should be in order. You see what I mean? Furthermore, this isn't just a one-time task. We need to assess customer satisfaction. We must establish a satisfaction rating system. This helps facilitate future cooperation and enables us to make continuous improvements. Regarding the acceptance deliverables, these include product specification documents, delivery documentation, operational process files, and procedural documentation. I previously worked in the IT industry, specifically in GIS geographic information systems, doing software development in this field. The work involves extensive documentation, requirement specification, high-level design specs, detailed design specs, database design specs, test cases, user manuals, documentation and source code, executable programs. Next, we have a sample database, along with database connectivity examples and usage guidelines. There's quite a comprehensive set of materials. All of these are required for the final delivery and acceptance. For each project domain, you'll have specific deliverables that must be handed over, as you can see. So typically, these deliverables are mandatory. The final product handover process typically involves transferring to the client or to internal stakeholders within your company. You'll transfer everything to the operations team. Once the handover is complete, they take over operations and maintenance. During this maintenance phase, in principle, if any problems come up, your company's after-sales team handles them. There's a dedicated maintenance team to deal with these issues, not your project team. Because once the handover is done, the project team disband resources. Isn't that right? Now, regarding this process, once this has been handed over, essentially, handing over from our dev team to the ops team, there will also be a transition process. Do you remember? From the development environment to the operational one, there will be a transition process. The transition often involves things like trial runs. Let's review this again. There's one special scenario we need to consider during project closure, and that's when we have to terminate the project early, when a project falls through before it's even finished. So what do we do in this case? In case of early termination, we still follow the same closure procedures, including the settlement process. First, document why the project was terminated. Next, we need to settle accounts for completed work. Hand over completed work to third parties or to the operations team. Meanwhile, others also need to settle their payments. So even if we end early, we still have to go through the closing process. Okay, after the project wraps up, we usually have one more task: to release these resources. Let them go, so they can be reassigned to the next project. As we usually work within a balanced matrix, once this project is done, you'll return to your home functional team, ready to take on your next project. That's how it works. And that wraps up this section. Thank you for watching.